This is what you'll get when you open the file for the first time. Since there are no datas, the whole dashboard is empty. So we'll start adding some data and see how it works. To add some data, first we'll go with Client List. This is the menu that you can click and navigate easily, or you can use the sheets to navigate. First, we'll click on Client List, and here, let me add a new client. Client name can be Paul and phone number given. You can choose the types. Here, let me choose a small business. And the date would be today's date. And end date is when the client is finishing a project, or till when the client will be with you. So let me put it like 105-2025, and the priority would be high. So you can choose these priorities. As you choose the priority here, you can see this priority bar changes automatically. Same way here, I'll put the source as social media. So here you'll get the source and the status would be status 1. I'll tell you how to change the status 1. So this status is all the status which we use to, say at what point our client is. Either it's a client that we own or the client that we are talking to. So for that, we can change these statuses. We have up to 4, 5, 6 statuses. To change the status, go to Setup. Here you'll find client status where you can change the status to, for example, I want here onboarding. So if I come back to client list, you can see it's onboarding. Instead of status 1, I can click onboarding, and then you can choose the colors varies for each and everything. Like own would be green, last would be red. And then these statuses go on from orange to green. So onboarding, or you can say see. As soon as you do that in the dashboard, it reflects. So again, in the client thing, this is how you add a client. Whenever you add a client, everything else is done automatically. So now this is how the client work, and here you have the details about the phone calls and emails and all those things. For that, we'll go to dashboard. We'll add a call log. So call date would be today, 25th of April, 2025. Time is like 11 a.m. And then we choose the client. You can choose the client here, and it automatically fills in the number. And we can see whether the phone was answered. Yes, the call duration was 10 minutes. And node was like, let me put this as test onboarding call. When you do this, it automatically loads here to see a specific client. You click on the list and you see all the specific call logs. For example, if I have a call log, one more call log, it was yesterday. So I add that and it was 10 a.m. Client is the same. Yes. And this was, and you see it comes here. So you can order it by descending or ascending or by node. You want to display nodes. Or if you want to display call duration, you can have with call duration display, whatever you want to display here, you can display. I would like to display the nodes. So it's easy for me to understand what are the nodes are going on. So that's how the call log works. And same way email work. So same way you can give a date and say it's like 7 a.m. We choose a client and it automatically loads the email. Was it replied? I say no, and email time to be. You can add the email content. Okay, so we can go here and choose the same way and choose here. And you will see the logs. And again, you can change the logs depending on whatever you want to and whatever you want to show here. I want to show email title here. So it will be easy for me to check what are the emails which went for that specific client. And the next thing is task list. This is very interesting part of the tracker where you can add tasks. For example, I add a date. Everything works based on dates. So you need to keep adding dates. And you can filter all this by date. And all by clients, you can have whatever client you want to choose or whatever the clients you want to have. So I put like this, see. As soon as I put in a date, you can see it comes up here. These are the ongoing tasks. So our task is to say, create a marketing image. So what is the priority? Priority, I say, the priority is high. And you see how many priority is higher. And the status is completed. So when I say completed, you can see the completed is added here. So if I choose cancelled or in progress, so you can see this ongoing tasks are based on the date. So if you change the date, for example, today's date is 25. So if I change the date to 24, you won't see it here because it's done now. So red is crossed the deadline and it's still in progress. So you see it in red. You can easily see the deadline is not met here. Highlight client, whatever client you want to highlight, you can highlight here. You can click and you can see all the tasks for that specific client. For example, if I add another one, let me duplicate this. Actually, you can do that with Control D. If I change the client, there's no client. If I change the client, it goes up. So you can highlight even